Daily Docs with Berendes.
What's up, everyone? So as you guys know from watching these last few episodes, you know I've been working on a little side project. Well, it's time to reveal exactly what I've been working on. From watching these daily docs, you get a sense that I like to do a lot of experimenting. Whether I'm working with new camera equipment, trying out new techniques, or basically just trying anything new. Well, my friend Taylor and I got together and we came up with a new YouTube series that we'll be showing to you guys weekly. Now, we still haven't come up with a name for this series, so if you guys have any input, let us know. Taylor and I used to work together at Pixel Labs, which is a creative media house in Cedar Falls, Iowa. Since then, he's moved to Portland, Oregon, and I moved to Spirit Lake, Iowa. Taylor and I have a lot in common, two of those things being we love video production and we love photography. So we came up with a way to help each other fine-tune our skills even though we're miles apart. So here's a breakdown of the series. Every week, Taylor and I are going to pick a new challenge. These challenges can range anything from shooting at only 50mm to working on composition or trying different camera techniques. Basically, anything that has to do with photography or cinematography. And you guys get to give us ideas of your own. We'll have 1 week to film each challenge, and every Monday we'll be showing you guys the footage of what we shot, and you guys can decide who you think won the challenge. So this week's challenge is motion. Now, it's a very broad topic. It can be anything from waves crashing, people dancing, traffic flowing, basically anything that moves. Now, I've known Taylor for a while, and I'm not gonna lie, he's pretty good at what he does, but there's a lot of things that I'm better at than he is. And obviously, my beard's a lot better than his. And I think this week I added one more thing to the list that I'm better at than Taylor, and that's this week's challenge. So let's see what Taylor has to say.
So as some of you know, Josh is a big hippie, and his first video this week is kind of out in nature. It really gives me that hipster vibe, you know, with the long hair, the big beard, and just, man, I could just lay out here and just die in the grass, you know?
So let's go ahead and take a look at the footage that we shot this week. First we'll watch Taylor's, and then we'll watch mine.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free with me.
So given the fact that the challenge was super broad, I thought it was really interesting that Taylor and I kind of shot the same things. What I did like about Taylor's video is it felt a lot more personal than mine. There was a lot more of interaction between the subjects and the camera. One thing I really like about Taylor's style is he likes to use the glide cam, but he doesn't use it like most people. He makes his footage feel like really organic and like there's more subtle movements. So that's definitely in Taylor's style and is very apparent in this video. I think he could have done a better job using natural sound. It wasn't very loud, and I think if you're going to use it, make it a little more obvious. And I knew Taylor was going to shoot something with water. Even though it wasn't his main subject, he still had some in there, and that's just classic Taylor. Taylor and I have been wanting to work together for a while, and I think this series is going to be a lot of fun. And I'm really looking forward to what the future has in store. So right now we're kind of seeing what works and what doesn't, so we're going to be doing a lot of experimenting and trying new things and seeing what works and seeing what doesn't. I think one of the biggest benefits from doing these weekly challenges is just getting the critique from each other. I think the best way to grow is to show people your work and to get reviews on what you're doing. That's the best way to help each other grow. One really cool thing about this challenge is that I'm living in Iowa and Taylor's living in Oregon, and we're working together to create content and help each other grow. One thing I've learned from this last couple of years of doing video production is that you don't have to be in the same location to help someone else. And I think that's a really cool thing about this project is Taylor and I are in completely different places. He's living in Oregon and I'm living in Iowa, but we're creating content together. And I think that's pretty dope. So don't forget to check out Taylor's YouTube channel. I'll put a link up there and down here. So check him out. He does a lot of cool things, and stay tuned for next week.
Just something for your earbuds, make you say, ooh. Just started, so I got to say, stay tuned.